Welcome back to Weapon Manipulation and Tactics. Today I'm reviewing the G-Code Holsters Incog Eclipse with Super Mojo. So this is pretty much my holster that I run 24/7 now. I was never really a huge inner waistband holster fan just because they were kind of bulky for my liking. Not a big guy, so bulky holsters don't work for me. So I pretty much just ran outer waistband holsters that tuck things very, very, very close to my body. But since they came out with this, man, they nailed it for this. So the Incog Eclipse is a single band holster. Their previous one had two bands, or sorry, I should say clips. The clips that secure it to your belt. They previously had one that had two clips that secured it to your belt, and that's where it was kind of bulky for me. It still wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. It wasn't ideal. But now they've gone down to the single clip system, which is awesome. I love that. It is like minimalist at best. It's perfect. The clip is adjustable for angle as well as ride height. So you can buy a 4-hole design that allows you to push the holster deeper for more concealment. I've been running the 3-clip one, and I see no need to change to the 4, but to each their own. What else? Super Mojo is legit. Before they just had the like the little risers that secured it to the holster before for the clips. The Super Mojo does multiple things. Obviously it secures the clip to the holster, but probably one of my favorite things about it is the negative angle that it puts on the holster, and that pushes the holster closer to your body. So before, all you did was clip the holster onto your belt line, and that's where it rode. It didn't move, it didn't go anywhere, it was just that. Now that they've put that negative adjustment into that Super Mojo, it pushes it against your body, so it allows it to be as close as possible to your body, which is what you want for the best concealment. The other systems out there that I've tried, they just, like I said, they snap onto your belt, and however it is however it is. There is no adjustments, there is nothing. So it's not pushing it all the way against your body as tight as you'd want it to be. The Super Mojo accomplishes that without adding anything. You know, like I said, they've incorporated, that's how you secure the clip to it. Other companies are using like wedge designs that bolt to it, and then they have a wedge that comes out, so when you slide it into your waistband, that wedge pushes the holster against your body. They're just not thinking outside the box. They're just using something that, you know, they're like, hey, you know, this will work, a wedge design. G-Code really nailed it with that by finding something that will make it effective by giving it that pushback, but not adding other things to it, so keeping the holster as slick as possible, which bravo to that. What else? Another thing that I like about all G-Code holsters, not just the Incog Eclipse, is the retention. It is all the retention that you need. So obviously shaking it upside down, I mean, I can even hold it by the clip so you can see that I'm not like squeezing the holster to get the firearm to stay in there. I mean, that's pretty solid, right? Granted, I don't have a magazine in it or a round in the chamber, but it's a Glock 26, so 11 rounds of 9mm isn't going to add that much weight to it. But as you can see, it's solid, right? But then as far as draw goes, it's quick and easy. But probably my favorite thing is just how positive it feels when you go to insert into the holster. It just has a very definitive pop. There's just a level of confidence that you get with something like that a lot of holster manufacturers don't have. They just kind of, the gun just kind of falls into the holster. It doesn't have that feel to it. It gets nice and tight, and then pop. I mean, and that's just straight out of the box. I haven't adjusted this at all, because it does have a tension screw right here that you can adjust, but I haven't messed with it at all. I have no need to. When these guys build these things, I mean, you have a group of guys that's all they do, is they just build the Incog Eclipses. So they know how to set these things up, and they test fit everything before it leaves. I mean, I shit you not. I have seen their little test rack thing, and it's just a bunch of brand new guns that have never been fired, that have the firing pins taken out of them, that slides are just worn to like a polish. That's how much they've been used. And then you look down the barrels and they're all brand new unfired, because they test fit everything before it leaves. So you legitimately don't have to mess with it once you get it. You just get it. You can tweak it to your liking if need be, but man, they've got the perfect balance right out of the box. So what else? I think that pretty much covers everything. I mean, I have zero complaints. You know, I mean, I can't think of a single bad thing to say about this holster. Before the original Incog, I didn't like that it had 2 clips. I didn't like that it had extra material, because the original Incog worked for the 19 as well as the 26. Now they have one dedicated to the 26, so there's no extra material, and now they're also rounding the edges. So before it was just completely flat, like the 26 just stopped there and that was it. Now they're actually bringing some of the Kydex over, and I just think that this is a finely tuned machine. You know, I honestly can't find anything to gripe about. But I wanted to relay that to you guys because I know that there are 10,000 effing holster companies, and it seems like everybody's brother is a holster manufacturer. So I wanted to go over this stuff so you guys know that this thing is good to go. I know that they have a waiting period, but all legitimate companies do, whether it's Innovative Gunfighter or G-Code. They all have a waiting period because they make everything to order. They are starting to go into that in-stock holster market, but when you order stuff like this, I mean, if there's a wait, then I mean, it is worth waiting for. And I'm telling you that I waited for all my stuff. I've waited, you know, for all the holster brands across the board, but other brands I've had to get them, and then I'm breaking out my heat gun to make adjustments to try to get these things to work for how I want them to work. You know, usually they're so tight that you're pulling your pants up to your armpits to try to get the gun out of the holster, and that, in my opinion, is effing ridiculous. No one needs a holster that's that tight. Tune it properly before it leaves, so when I get it, it's good to go, especially when you're making it specific to my gun. So yeah, compared to G-Code, I literally get it, and I feel comfortable taking it out of the box and putting it on my body right away. I don't even have to mess with it. And I think that speaks volumes for the company itself and the product that they produce. So I appreciate it, guys. If you have any questions, please post them up in the comments. If you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe.